Hotel Echo Lima Lima Oscar. Good evening from Southeast London, England, from your host, your guy himself, the one and only and truly DLG Repping, otherwise short for Delhi London Gooner Space Romeo Echo Papa Papa Indigo November. Or is it good morning to you guys? If you're just waking up or you already woke up an hour ago, you're having breakfast. Allow me to say good afternoon to you guys, whether you are um, still at work or you're at home on your day off from work, just chilling with your loved ones or friends, or allow me to say good night and rest well. Otherwise, the show must carry on. And I'm going to be doing a match review from the Emirates Stadium yesterday because it was a disappointment for Arsenal overall and a disappointing result. I can't be any more fairer than that. Oops, the light's gone off. Do excuse me. Don't know what's going on there. There you go. Back on. Oops, back again. Yeah. Other than that, before I get into the player ratings, as well as the manager, the ref, not the ref as such, but I will be talking a little bit about VAR, Lee frigging Mason, and the fans. Make sure you show me love, joy, and respect by smashing the thumbs up like button for me, yeah? Do that in abundance, yeah? Smash the thumbs up like button. Speaking of love, joy, and respect, yeah? Make sure you share this channel virally all over the globe, especially to your friends and your relatives. And if you're watching me for the first time, welcome on board. I'll be glad to have you on board, yeah? Just share this channel amongst your friends and your relatives, yeah? And tell them to share it amongst their friends and relatives, yeah? On top of that, yeah, if you want to give me your reaction to the game, how you felt Arsenal performed or deceived you, or whatever opinions you got, etc., drop it in the comment section below where positive feedback lives for life. That's as far as I'm concerned. And on top of that, yeah, smash the subscribe button for me, yeah? Left, right, and center, gloriously but passionately, yeah? My aim is to get to 1,000 and over subscribers, so get subscribing to the channel, yeah? Remember, if you do sub, yeah, I will shout you out, yeah? So smash that button for me, left, right, and center, gloriously but passionately, yeah? And remember, the aim is to get to 1,000 subscribers and over by the beginning of this year right now, middle of this year to come, and to the business end of the year. Smash that sub button for me. But the main thing is to do all of that. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. All right, let's get into the game. The first, 5 minutes, we were all over the shop. Or shall I say defensively, we were all over the shop. Brentford should have scored 2. They should have been at least 2, if not 3-0 up at half time. Cross comes in from the right hand side of attack in the final third. Brentford get into the final third. Cross comes in on the right, and Rico Henry. Most Brentford fans would not have wanted Rico Henry on the end of that. They would want Ivan Toney on the end of that, or even Mbeumo. But it was Rico Henry who got on the end of that, and he's tapping. He slid in to tap what was going to be 1-0. He taps it wide, well wide of the target, and then a good bit of play in the first half as well. Good build-up play for the second opportunity they had, and even Toney strikes the bar. I mean, wow, they should have been at least 2-0 up. Arsenal, apart from the opportunities that Arsenal had, Martinelli had a shot on his weaker foot, which were risen over the bar. But most of the opportunities we had, they were either at David Raya, straight at him, or just wide. And Bukayo Saka had the opportunity, toe poked it straight at David Raya. All right, in the second half, we came out a little bit sharper, and we pressed Brentford for that first goal, and eventually we made Arteta made the right substitution. He took off Martinelli for Trossard, and Bukayo Saka put through on the right by Odegaard. He fizzes a low ball in from 6 yards, well, from up to 4 yards. Let's say 4 yards, yeah. First time on his weaker foot, Bukayo Saka tapping for Trossard 1-0. And then the equaliser. My word, don't get me started. Now, I gave a mouthful to William Saliba for holding on to Tony, and I thought he was responsible, where I got it wrong. If you look at the free kick from the start, both Tony and William Saliba were hugging each other. Why did the referee give that free kick? I do not know. But we can see the free kick. As the free kick comes in, we had a number of opportunities to deal with it. But here comes the baddest thing. VAR checked for a possible offside. And when you look at it back, Nogard was just a fraction offside. But here's a joke. Lee Mason forgets to draw the line. Have you heard of anything so damn pathetic and ridiculous? Lee Mason forgets to draw the line. Oh, jeez. Guys, get your notifications on, yeah, on my match reviews and previews, yeah? Get your notifications on. And on Tuesday, I will be doing my match preview of our home game against Man City. So get your notifications on. Whoops. Hello? Yeah. It's finished. What about the people? Nothing. Okay, yeah, thank you. Sorry about that. Do excuse me. I just had to answer that. That was my next door neighbour. But yeah, my word, the refereeing is a joke. But VAR is not the joke. It's the clowns within the control room at Stockley Park. They are the biggest joke. But that's not the reason why we dropped 2 points. The reason why we dropped 2 points because we were not good enough from start to finish. Especially defensively, we were shocking. Poor organisation, poor marking, poor positioning. Altogether, crap defending from start to finish. Every time we were faced with a dangerous set piece, especially the corners that Brentford had, Ben Mee, they could have gone 3-0 up at half time in the first half. He wins it in swinging corner. He gets his head on it first. He wanted it more than any one Arsenal defender. And what does happen? We get a lucky block. We get away with it. Our defending on set pieces of recently has been completely shocking. And it needs addressing. This needs to be addressed. If I were the management, whatever time they start training, they can start an hour or two earlier and maybe finish an hour or two later, because the defending has been atrocious, and it's a complete concern. I am completely concerned with the way that we are defending from set pieces. Overall, I'm even more concerned about the Arsenal defence right now, because Manchester City have trounced Aston Villa 3-1. They're 3 points behind. Not 6, not 8. Only 3 points behind. They beat us. They're top of that league. And on top of that, if they go on the winning run, it's over. It's as simple as that. Brentford, they deserve their point. Let's give them praise. They created they created the better of the opportunities in the first half. They were physically solid on set pieces. Defensively, they were compact, organised, and extremely disciplined, if the truth be told. And that's Brentford for you. They're in the top 7, 8 for a reason. They're competing for a place in Europe. They're not. They're competing for a place to get into Europe next season, and good luck to them. Good luck to them. But for me, for Arsenal, we've got to put in a hell of a performance, and they've got to perform against Man City like their Arsenal careers depend on it. I'm talking about management, the technical board of directors, and I'm talking about the players. They've got to perform like their whole Arsenal careers depend on it. And us, as fans, we're going to do the best we can to get behind the team. They're going to feel that energy on Wednesday night. But you know what? Enough being said about that, yeah? Let's get into the ratings. Right, player ratings now. starting off with the players. Let's go into Aaron Ramsdale. I think he had one good save to make from Ivan Toney. Yeah, I forgot about that opportunity. That long range shot, which he had to comfortably parry to safety. Other than that, I feel that he might have done enough to get closer to Norgard getting that assist over to Toney, but not a good afternoon for him. 6.5. Well, not a good afternoon for the defence, or what's in front, or what's behind it, or what's in front of Ramsdale. Well, Ramsdale for me, I'll give him a 6.5. Benjamin White, a little bit better than last Saturday, but one thing with Benjamin White, if he sees Bukayo Saka facing 2 defenders on him, he's got to overlap Bukayo Saka as much as he can. There were times in that first half he was just watching Bukayo Saka and waiting for him to pass the ball back. Necessarily, we don't want him to pass the ball back. We just want you to overlap him. The moment you give him the ball, go on the overlap. Give him an outlay, whether to pass to you, whether to beat the opponent one-on-one. And for me, that was his downfall. But other than that, I don't know. No, I do know. I should know. Yeah, he performed a little bit better than Saturday. But I only see him overlap Bukayo Saka maybe twice, if not 3 times. 6. William Saliba, bullied by Ivan Toney in the air all game. Every time Brentford went long to Ivan Toney, Saliba had difficulties beyond belief. He was out-jumped, bullied, and that's because Toney held the ball up well for his team, and Saliba had too much problems. He was moaning to the referee, complaining. No, you just got out-bullied. You're getting a 4. Simples. Gabriel dos Santos Magalis. Well, not the best of games for him as well. I mean, he also had troubles with Ivan Toney. And I mean, he also had troubles with Ivan Toney. I feel that he was outplayed, outjumped by him at times. But other than that, when he had the ball at his feet, he still hesitated, even though he played one or two neat forward passes, but he still hesitated a bit. And that's one thing with Gabriel Magalhaes, 6. Zinchenko, 4. 4 for him. Just not enough support for Martinelli. You know, his position is left back, yeah? He doesn't need to go into the midfield to receive the ball. What he needs to do is hold his position at left back. When the ball, if he's waiting for the ball to come for him, I don't mind that as long as it's in a left back position. Because if he's giving it to Martinelli, then go, run, go. Give Martinelli an outlay. He didn't do enough of that for me. 4. Right, the midfield. Well, apart from, I don't know, apart from finding one or two good passes, he didn't do enough for me, Zinchenko. 4. Right, I'm going into the midfield. Thomas Partey, who played in the pivotal. At times a bit sloppy with his passing. But again, he tried to push Arsenal forward. He tried to make something happen for the Arsenal attack. But other than that, yeah, weren't the best of afternoons for Arsenal or him as well. I'm giving him a 6. Martin Odegaard, woeful. He was just missing all the time. He was nowhere to be seen. And when he was seen, he offered us very little. All right, apart from playing his part in the pre-assist for Trossard's first Arsenal goal, he offered us nothing, not much of an outlay. You know, again, not one of his best games. 4. No. I'm going to reverse that one. Change that to 3.5. Granit Xhaka. Yeah. Poor from Granit Xhaka. He looked slow. It looked like the game was passing him by. He struggled. If the truth be told, he struggled. And for me, he had to be taken off. 4 for Granit Xhaka. Poor. The attack. Bukayo Saka, well, at least he tried, to be fair. He tried to get Arsenal ticking. You know, he tried beating 2 defenders because Benjamin White wouldn't overlap. And in the second half, he was more quiet. But at least whenever he had the ball at his feet, he looked like he was going to spark another attack for Arsenal, if not Odegaard. But for me, I'm going to go with Bukayo Saka having a 6.5. On the other side, Gabriel Martinelli. He had the ball, but for me, I would like to have seen him direct. He's got that blistering pace. But again, he really struggled to get into the game. And I can't fault him too much because Zinchenko did not offer him an outlay. I'm going to give him a 5 for efforts. Eddie Nketiah. Now, again, when you needed him in the 6-yard area, yeah, that's because Saka or Martinelli had the ball and he was just ineffective as well. But don't get me wrong, I think the Brentford defenders done a good number on him. I mean, he can't be criticised for long balls, for not winning long balls, because every long-headed ball that was won, it was won by a Brentford centre-half. And it was a difficult all-round afternoon for him. 5. Right, the substitutions that came on. Let's go with Trossard. Complete, immediate impact for me. came on, had a go at their right back, and he looked like he was really, really excited. Well, not excited, but he was really determined to make an impact, and he did, and he got his goal as well. Clever. The way when the cross comes in, you notice how clever he was, and he waited for the defender's movement, and then he made his move to the back stick, tapping, and it wasn't an easy tapping, I'll tell you that now, but he controlled it so well to get his first Arsenal goal. I'm going to give Trossard a 7. I think he's the only one that deserves a higher mark. Well, who else came on? Fabio Vieira. I'm giving him a 3. 0 impact whatsoever. He had a set piece at the death, in the final third. All he had to do is whip it into the mixer. He whipped it into the keeper's hand. Should I say hands? 3. Oh. And that was it. Those were the 2 subs made by us. Mikel Arteta. For me, he picked the same team, not a problem. But my issue was, every time he must have observed the number we tried to play through the middle of Brentford, and it was not working. So what did he need? Why didn't he change it? Take a risk. 3-5-2 or 4-2-4. He needed to change something, And again, although we didn't have another striker on the bench, I get that, but he needed to do something of something. And for me, he kept it. He kept the same shape throughout 90 minutes, and nothing was working. Maybe try 3-4-3, change the formation, just change something. And again, I have to be critical on his decision to leave it the same, because Brentford were content to be compact, to be organised, and to thwart everything that was thrown at us. And they limited us to a number of opportunities. And I feel Arteta could have done something, for us to go on the front foot. But for me, he didn't want to take the risk. So I'm going to give our manager a 6. I'm sorry, that's as much as I can give him. The referee, if I'm being totally honest, I'll give him a 5. He allowed the game to flow, which is the right thing to do. I don't think there was no bad tackle as such, but he could have done more to prevent the Brentford players at 1-1 deliberately time wasting. So you know what? I'll take away that 5. I'm going to give him a 3. No, I'm going to give him a 4. Honest 4. That's as much as I'll give the referee. The fans, I can understand the energy was taken out of them when the equaliser went in. But the vast majority of the crowd tried to get behind the team. But they're not as vocal. They weren't as vocal as other games. I'll give the crowd an 8.5. So that is all my ratings done. And I've given you my reaction of the game. So what more can I say other than a pleasure to have you guys watching me, giving me this opportunity to produce this content again. So, ladies to the gentlemen, to the boys, to the girls, thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for watching and saving the best to last. I thank you so much for putting up with me and my direct criticism of our performance against Brentford. However, I've got another live stream to come, and that's for the Arsenal v Man City preview. So keep an eye out for that. Also, that will be live on Prime Amazon or Prime Video, whatever it's called, whatever one they call it. Anyway, I'm out of here, Make sure you look after your friends. Do look after your families, and make sure that you always look after yourselves, which is always important. More peace, more love, more blessings. Yeah. And on top of that, yeah, DLG repping. Remember, we're here to chat, and I'm going to chat to you again. Like, comment, share, and subscribe to my channel, yeah? Please do all of that for me. And on top of that, yeah, just remember, please always be nice. And I do mean be nice as always. Cheers.